In only 90 days, I'm going to take the TOPIK I exam, which is the first level of Korean proficiency exams. And so I decided today I'd bring you along with a little Korean study with me day so that I can show you how I'm studying Korean and also actually motivate me to spend a whole day studying and kickstart my study plan. I don't have a set plan for today. I have a few ideas of things I want to do, one of which is continue on with my Talk to Me in Korean note transferring to Notion. I have done all of Talk to Me in Korean's textbooks from level 1 to 5. I've gone through all the lessons and done all the worksheets in the workbook, and I've also done all little summaries from all the way up to level 5, if I can find it. Yeah, to the end of level 5. So I've done all that in this little notebook, but since then I've created my Notion Korean learning page, and so I've slowly been transferring over all the notes and all the vocab and everything to that. So for that, I am up to level 4. So today I want to start level 4 and get a few levels into there and start putting the vocab in and everything. Another thing I want to do is I have also been transferring all my notes and vocab from the textbooks that we use in my Korean class into the Notion page as we finish each unit. We just started unit 6 of 2A, so I thought it'd be a good time to start transferring units 1 to 5 into my Notion and reviewing them, because there's a lot that I've forgotten from there, and it's sort of, I believe my teacher said it's up to the end of sort of 2A, 2B that TOPIK I has the vocab and grammar for, so I want to do that. And another thing is, if you've seen my Notion before, you've seen this, but I have my daily vocab here, and I am very behind in my vocab. I have 1,072 pieces of vocab, and all 1,072 of them are due for review with the spaced repetition method, because I keep not doing them for so long that the ones that are higher levels come back around. So I want to try and get through as much of them as I can. And last thing is, I might just do a bit of research into other ways to study specifically for TOPIK and see if I can find some resources for that. So I've talked enough about it, let's start studying. Just in case you haven't seen my Korean Notion page before, this is how the vocab works that I'm doing at the moment. So basically I see the word here, 학기. I think about if I know the definition for it, which has something to do with school, but I can't remember what. Semester. So I got it wrong, so I click the wrong button and it will eventually disappear once it loads, because there's quite a few vocab. If I do something that I know what the definition is, so 과학 is science, which is correct, I click on the level and I go up 1 level, so I was 1, then I click on 2 and it'll disappear, and whether I got it wrong or whether I got it right and went up a level, it will show up again the next time I need to see it. So the one that I got wrong, 학기, will come back tomorrow. The one that I got right, 과학, will come back, I believe, in 2 days. Is how the first from level 1 to 2 works. So yeah, that's how it works, and I'll just keep on going with studying this vocab for a bit longer. So I've spent about an hour catching up on vocab. I got through all of the vocab that isn't level 1, so something that I haven't gotten incorrect, and I either got it correct and put it up a level or got it incorrect and reset it, and as well as a few of the ones that were level 1. So if we look at the today thing, we are now at 647 left, so I've done about 400. So that is all I'm going to do for now, because otherwise I get stuck with too much vocab because they're all at the same level, because I've done them all on the same day and all got them right or all got them wrong. So my goal isn't to do all of them on the same day. It's just to get a good chunk done and try and remember each day to go through the ones that are due and slowly chip down so that eventually it is just literally the ones, it's all up to date and it's the ones that I need to do that day rather than ones that should have been done already. The next thing I'm going to do is the units from my class textbook and do the 5 that I already have completed in class and make all the notes for them and add all the vocab for them and see how that goes. I have to remember how I usually do the note taking, as it's been a long time since I last did my previous textbook, the 1B textbook, so we'll see how we go. So this is the textbook that we use in my Korean class, and inside it comes with a little like supplementary textbook that just has a summary of everything that's in the units without all the practice questions and things like that. So what I do is for each unit there are lists of vocab as well as a summary of all the different sort of grammar points or sentence structures or whatever that we learnt throughout the unit. When I'm making a note out of this, I write a summary of each of the grammar points that we've learnt, and then I also add in all the vocab, making sure to check if the vocab already exists from another resource and adding it to this resource if it does, or making a new one if it doesn't, as well as adding the part of speech that it is, which is in Korean, to help sort of acclimatize me. Is that the right word? Something like that. And so that I just remember, like, 명사 is noun, 동사 is verb, and 형용사 is adjective. So that's what I do for each unit. And with this all done, it took me an hour to do one unit. So unfortunately I probably won't get everything that I wanted to get done today, because it is already 4 o'clock and it took a lot longer than I expected, but I will keep going with this textbook, and if I'm still feeling up for it once I've finished the other units, then I will go and do the Talk to Me in Korean one. So yeah, let's go. My brain is feeling a bit fried after doing the second unit of the textbook, which took another hour-ish. So I've done 2 hours of that total today, as well as the hour of vocab. So the last big thing that I'm going to do is, on my phone, I have all of the vocab for the TOPIK I exam. I think there's like 1,600 of them. And so I'm just going to go through on Quizlet on the flashcards and see how many I can get done in a bit of time before I feel like I should stop. So I did about 20 minutes of the topic vocab and got through 500 of them. I think in the end it was around 360 that I got right versus, what does that make it, 140 I got wrong. So that's pretty good as it was a lot of the vocab that I haven't looked at for a long time because it goes alphabetical and I've been at the end of the alphabet recently, so that's good to see that a lot of it has retained. And there's a few things that I definitely do know, but out of context it's really confusing to remember what the word is, but when it's in a sentence it's obvious it's that word, or it's a word that I obviously know and then it just wasn't coming to me that time, things like that. So I've done all that, and I've done 3.5 hours of study today, which is pretty good. So I think that's enough. My brain hurts. So the last thing I'm going to do is just do a bit of research into some resources and guides for studying for the TOPIK exam, and just so I can save them for next time when I'm looking more specifically into topic stuff rather than just reviewing my lessons. So let's do that. So I just spent a bit of time looking for some extra sort of websites and things that I could use to help studying specifically for TOPIK, not just learning Korean in general. And I found a few different ones. I found an app for my phone called TOPIK I, and I haven't used it yet to see if it is actually legit, but it was something that was recommended on Reddit, so I'll try that out and see how it goes. I also found a website called TOPIK Guide that has a lot of the previous TOPIK test papers and also some mock tests that you can do online and click in the answers and things, so I'll try them out at some point. Also a website called howtostudykorean.com just has a lot of different lessons so that I can go and review them, see if I know something, make sure I've learnt the grammar points that I need to for the test. And there's also a list on TOPIK Guide for all the grammar that you should know to get through the TOPIK test, so I'll go through all that, make sure they're ones that I've learnt, and if there is any that I haven't learnt then I will learn those ones and figure out how they work before we get to the test. Lastly is also one called Master TOPIK. I don't know what this is going to be like, I haven't had much of a look at it, but I have saved it to have more of a look later. It looks like sort of some online videos that you potentially have to get a free trial and then pay for. I don't know, I'll see how it goes. But yeah, they're what I've found so far. And with that, I think I will end my study for the day and go and relax for the rest of the day and have my dinner, as it's almost 6 p.m. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this day of studying Korean with me, and maybe you studied a language or studied something while this video was playing in the background, and if you did, I hope it's going well. If you'd like to know more about my journey in studying and learning Korean, click this video right here. I talk about how I've learnt it over the past 4 years, and comment down below if you're learning a language and how it's going, or if you're taking the TOPIK test this year so we can study together. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!